Why is it support? Because it broke resistance. If resistance is above and it breaks through it, it becomes support. And here we see it respecting that level. Welcome to ROBO TRADER, where we focus on trading psychology. What is support and resistance? You'll find out. All right, let's get into it. Short and sweet. So looking at the open, this is the completed day for Apple today. Here, right off the open, you see two price levels that we get rejection and support. So up here is resistance, down here is support. So those are two price levels I'm going to watch as the day continues. We see it respect both levels, and it pushes up, up against this upper band of the VWAP. So that is a break of resistance. You see these candles here? It breaks resistance, and that means that's a weaker level than we thought. There was two rejections at that level previously, and then it pushes up above. Now, as far as your levels and the lines where you put your resistance and support, I don't obsess about it. I don't overthink it. This is strategy. Look at those wicks. The price fluctuates. There's market makers to take out your stops, all that stuff. You want to see the overall trends of the market, and you want to get an edge on them. So it pushes above this resistance, and now guess what? That level turns into support, potentially. That's where your curiosity has to come into play, and you need to make a judgment call, and you're responsible for those results. So it pushes right through, so that's a weaker level than we thought, even after two rejections. So it pushes through. As soon as that pushed through, I might take that trade. That candle and that price level, as soon as it went above that, I might get in there and look for a selling point in these consolidation up here on the top of the VWAP. Because those are opportunities that people either entering, those are people that are very inexperienced, trading in and out of the market, guessing. They're like, oh, it's going to, whether they're hopeful or fearful, that's what all that mess is. It's consolidation. The market is trying to figure out what it wants to do, and the market is made up of people like you and I, and also hedge fund managers and people with big money. So you got to understand that there's bigger forces here at play. So you have to watch and see when rules are broken and make adjustments. So we see it come up here. I would have sold up there. There's one trade potential. There's other ones too. Like you could have sold off this rejection right here at this level, but that's a little early for me. So then we got a breakout here. There's a quick trade. Now, as it comes up here, if it came down and pushed up here again, with that follow-up candle, we'll have a candle video also. I might take that negative, maybe. It depends on your own risk, but that's a great risk reward scenario. Right here at the top of the VWAP, as soon as, if it didn't, I would say I would give myself to 173. If it went above 173, I would have been out. But I would have played that short. I would have bought a put and had my stop loss right above there. That's a great risk scenario because look how far down it goes. That would have been a huge gain on your part. But as we're seeing, curiosity, keep that in mind. You want to be the curious cat. You are not, you don't know everything because there is no way to know everything. It's not 100% market. So this big candle breaks right through that, what was previously resistance, but now we are watching it curiously as support. It broke right through. So right here, you see it come right there and snap back. That would have been another entry in my book. It came up, kind of testing this level, came down, and then right here comes back up, So anywhere in here, I might choose to enter, and I would use this 50 SMA here as a risk. I would be like, all right, if it gets above there, I'm out. But that level there is, and that's a strong candle. So that is an indicator in my book that this price is going to come down. And here it does. It comes down, it trades down here, pushes back up, fails. But here's another great indicator. This initial support level here in the beginning is actually holding up. And we have a double bottom here. That's where it bounces twice on it. And this is the 1 minute candles because that's what, I'm a scalper. scalper, day trader, whatever you want to call it. I do quick plays. I like to keep my risk in front of me. But here, boom, boom, strong green candle. That is bullish in my book. So maybe if you're lucky enough and you get in on this red candle, on this pullback, you get a great price. And as soon as, if price drop below, I mean, you could set the outer VWAP as a stop loss, but I would have taken this first this candle right here, this red candle that created that resistance line or that support line. If it went underneath there, so we got 170.60, then I would have gotten out of that trade and looked for another opportunity with curiosity, using indicators, using technical analysis. So I would have entered on this strong candle somewhere in here. You never know what the market's going to give you, but you just have to create your parameters that's going to work for your strategy and the way you approach the market. But look at this great trade. So your risk is down here, 170.6, and then boom, it just takes off. There's no real strong weak candles coming through. It's all strong bullish candles. And we're pushing. We break right through that resistance. We break right through this 50 SMA. We do bounce off the VWAP. That's why I push the VWAP. The VWAP's a great one. People tend to respect it, and more or less we make the markets, but it pushes, and here we go, and here's some consolidation right here. I may have sold at these levels too, because you're already far in the profits, and these consolidation, especially when you approach the VWAP up here, I am out. My whole position's out up here. This is a great risk scenario. You are far in the money. That's not true. Maybe I would have left a third, because if you leave a third and you're already that far in the money, your risk is even lower because you just liquidated or you closed the position and increased your capital. So then it comes back down to check and test this support. And why is it support? Because it broke resistance. If resistance is above and it breaks through it, it becomes support. And here we see it respecting that level, and it trades the rest of the day above that support level, which was very weak earlier in the day. So it always changes, and you have to understand that. You need to look at the market with curiosity. So we've got multiple bounces. It's consolidating, and those consolidations are people that are often inexperienced traders, or they are experienced, but they are looking for setups. They're like, oh, I'm going to put a call in, or I'm going to buy it, so because I think it's bullish. But then they get some rejection, maybe right here, 2 wicks. There's a lot of wicks at the 50 SMA. That could be seen as rejection for a lot of people, and maybe they exit, so then they flip their trade, and it's just all this mess. It's an emotional mess right in that little zone right here. But that's fear and hope playing its games, and that's where what I'm trying to promote here on this channel is to remove that fear and hope, sorry, so that you can actually approach the market strategically, and you create these risk scenarios that are so far in your favor, and you actually value putting yourself in good positions. You look for something that makes sense as opposed to guessing. And it's okay to miss a move. If it drops down, then great. It's overextended. And an overextended stock, like right here, the double bottom, it got close to the lower VWAP. Look how much move, that huge move. Think of the market like a rubber band. It stretches either way. The farther it goes this way, likelihood that it might come back. Remember, it's curiosity. It's not 100%. But right here, boom, 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 it respects this level, and then it pushes up the rest of the day. It's trading up here near the top of the VWAP, and things are kind of correcting, and they're adjusting, and then we come back down, but it's still strong. And I mean, really, I don't see any other. After this double, it respected this support that was previously resistance. That's a trade right there. I would have been in here somewhere, probably bullish, but I didn't take the trade, so I'm not going to say I'm going to be 100% right. But I would have had a good risk reward scenario, you know. But I would trade it up, and I would sell at the top of the VWAP, bottom line. And if it got overextended up here, I may have taken that short. I may have bought a put and brought the price down. Right here is a great trade. Look at that. It pushed above, and then this volume bar right there, that means it might be exhausted. So there's a lot of volume in that one candle. It got exhausted here, and it came down. And then it came down even further. That's a great short trade right there. And you're like, you get some, it pushes back up and you see consolidation and it's not quite sure what it wants to do. I would have been out there. But you have a great entry when it gets overextended above the VWAP. Here it is, and then the end of the day sell off. So that's a very quick way to understand support and resistance. And just those two indicators right there, with other experience, can give you tons of trades to work with a great risk and reward scenario. So I hope that helps you. I hope you understand a little bit of how to use those indicators to better your trade and to understand the market and understand what I think is the most valuable, the psychology of the market, because everyone here has their own psychology. There's millions of people trading these things, and the more you understand how they are reacting, the more you can get an edge, not only on the market, but on other traders. So I hope this helps. And if it does, please look in all my playlists, subscribe, like, and comment. I'm very active, and I want to build more content on this channel. So thank you.